Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So it's still kind of cold here in Ontario, so I gotta add to wear my hoodie, so just to be able to do this video somewhere outside because I've this the light is brighter here, so I gotta make use of the bright lights. So that's why I decided to step out. So it's still kind of cold, and how is it at your end? I hope the weather is much better than here, because sometimes I just wish the winter in Canada is shorter than it is currently, but it is what it is. Gotta deal with it. So I have been thinking lately of the current world event, the current war between Iran, US, and Israel, and it gets me thinking of how things have been affected generally all over the world. Okay, especially when we talk about the crude oil prices and every other thing that has been affected significantly. The supply chain has been significantly affected. Cost of living has significantly gone up. It gets me thinking, what is the survival strategy for times like this? How have you been surviving? I want to hear you from in the comment box. Make your comments in the box below. What are you doing specially or differently at this time to survive the current rising cost of things? The easiest way to be depressed at this time is to listen to the news. Yeah. If you I want to bet you the easiest way to be depressed is to stay on social media and scrolling to find out the latest about the current Israel US Iran war. You will be depressed, I guarantee you. So many people are losing their visions, and so many people are already depressed, especially those that are current victim of massive layoff. It is not an easy thing. Okay, those having jobs currently are struggling with rising cost of living. How much more losing one's job at a time like this? It is so mad. Not recently, I was speaking with one of my uncles. Okay, as at that time in the 70s and 80s, things were much easier. Now, being an adult is significantly challenging. Okay, I was speaking with one of my cousins who recently finished school and is about entering the job market. As I was trying to advise him, I was like, you've got to really, really do things differently, because it is no longer enough to have a resume and just thinking once you apply with your resume you're going to get a job. Things are much more difficult right now. Or let me say, the world that we were trained for is no longer there. This is the end. So if I want to title this video, I would say this is the end of an era where the world we were trained for no longer exists. I graduated from school about over 10 years ago, but several things have changed. So many things have changed. Right now, things changes more in a year than it needs to be in 10 years. So we are right now in a world of rapidly changing events, changing policies, that you got to keep up on things, on events, to stay relevant. So things are more difficult right now. Yeah, no doubt. But at the same time, should we give up? What is the way out? There should be a way out of staying ahead of the economy at this time. Because one thing is, life is always in cycles. There is a cycle of economic boom, and there's a cycle of economic scarcity and hardship. So currently, what is the survival strategy? So, like I used to say, professionals right now cannot afford to just be knowledgeable in one domain alone. At least you need to be specialized, or to have strength or experience in two domains: your core domain and your associated industry. I used to talk about AI. So if you are an expert in a domain, at least one of the domains you need to add expertise is artificial intelligence. So there's a rise of T professionals right now who are more likely to get hired by the companies, by industries, okay, than someone who is just a professional or has expertise in one domain alone. So that's one of the strategies, okay, to stay relevant right now. Companies or businesses are looking for professionals or experts that have skills that is in line with their business goals. So it's not enough to have a resume right now, but it's much more being able to demonstrate experience or result orientedness, if there's anything like that. So businesses and companies all over the world are looking for results, people that will hit the ground running from day one as soon as they are hired. So what we need to do right now, the times of just finishing school and having a certificate has gone. Much more than that right now. Companies that will hire people right now are looking for those that have something to show. They have results to prove. That's why if you're in North America or you're in Canada, you've often heard, okay, or you have experienced it, that companies prioritize experiences over certificate. Companies prioritize experience. So they believe that hiring candidates that have experience will be more comfortable in their role compared to someone who haven't have that experience. So in Canada or in Ontario where I am, they believe that people that have experience would be able to perform better, okay, would be more asset to the business than someone without experience, even though he has already has education in that line. Of course. So what am I invariably saying? It is, things have changed, no doubt. The world is changing, and we need to change as we go. We need to learn, we need to relearn, we need to unlearn. Okay, so there is no day I don't read about subjects or topics in my field, because I know that things happens faster, okay, in one day that it used to be. Okay, so we could have an event rapidly unfolding in 1 year more than it has been in the last 10 years. So than focus rather than we focusing on the current challenges and the problems and everything going on in the world, I think we would better rather focus on our goals, on our vision. This is the time that many people are giving up, and this video is an encouragement and a challenge that this is not the time to give up. This is a time to get back to planning, to serious strategizing. Because one thing is that some people would find way to get things done right now, whereas some people will find excuses. So the choice is yours, whether to find an excuse or to find a way to get this done. And I want to tell you, people are getting things done. So don't say it is impossible, because some people are already getting it done. There's always a way, light at the end of the tunnel. So this video is just for those of us that are in a situation that we really need to make a critical decision, either to stay relevant or to be left behind. So many people are going to be left behind, but I don't want it to be you. So many people are going to fail, but several others are going to succeed. So just like me, I want you to make a choice at this time, not to be discouraged, not to be left behind, not to remain irrelevant, but to be able to say that while there are challenges, you found a way. Rather than giving excuses, rather than finding excuses, you found reasons to be successful. So being successful despite all challenges is what makes us different. Not because we face challenges, but because we are able to solve the challenges as they appear. So rather than being depressed at this time, probably due to a job loss, you might be losing a job right now. You might have lost a job rather, or you might be earning below your training, your capacity. The goal is not to give up. The goal is to live a story that is inspiring to others. So thank you for watching this video. If you like it, I want you to subscribe to my channel. My name is Babajide. See you next time. Bye.